Good morning. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Yeah, cool one today. I actually volunteered to do to be a kind of trainee for gasless climbing. They basically were trialing out a new coach, and I got luckily selected to do that. So I'm actually in Vauxhall East, which is a nice change of scenery. Doing that here this morning. Parkinson was here. I'm sure everybody knows who that is, but if you don't, for some strange reason, but you've seen my channel and you somehow don't know who that is, I'll tag Gasless Climbing and Louis in the description and the link to their channel. But yeah, really cool experience. Learned a hell of a lot from just the coaching that I got, and yeah, really awesome. So I'm a little bit tired from that, but I'm going to go and do some tough climbs here. There's a black V7 behind me that we tried in that training session, so I've tried it a couple of times already. But yeah, going to keep projecting it and hopefully get it sent today, and then yeah, go on some other more difficult climbs as well. But yeah, hope you enjoy the video, and yeah, looking forward to this one. Okay, so like I say, I've worked on this a few times already today. It's this V7 black here, so pretty big start hold to use to begin with, and then same on this side. It's a nice large jug, and then you've got the volume for feet up to this hold in here, and then somewhat dynamic move with feet on the volume once again into these pretty in-cut pockets, so they're good. And then it's a big slopey, well not too slopey, but a big pinch on here. Feet on the volume once again, and then there's a little crimp on this. See how big that is? And then there is a second last hold, and then the last hold, which is a bit of a slopey pinch. So it's quite a challenging route. Like I say, I've tried it a few times today already, and I've done most of the moves now, but the crux is kind of the last move. So speaking with Lou about it earlier, he did it without using the second last hold, so that's the way that worked for him, and I think it's probably going to be the way that works for me. So yeah, I'm going to give it a go and see if we can send it. A little warm back up into this one. I don't think I've quite got my feet right, but silly. This hold is obviously quite blocked, so you can't see where your hands go, and I forgot to double check where I was aiming on that go, and I went a little bit too high. I missed the hold, so yeah, we'll try again in a sec. Just popped off the right hold. Crimp's a bit chalky now, I think. But yeah, my hand popped off, which meant I lost a lot of momentum that I used, and I missed going up to the last. So, but I'm tired from that again. It's a very powerful route. Gonna have to rest up for a bit, probably brush quite a few of the holds, and then try that one again. Oh, I'm so drained now. I know. I just, even from the start, I felt tired. Yeah, I think the camberson's taken out of me that we did earlier. Maybe. I didn't feel that close to it though.
You were close, but you wouldn't even feel like you were too low.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I don't think it's that great an edge, but.
Can you try and
As in go here, heel, and then up.
Yeah, like that, quite static.
I'll try it in isolation in a second when I've got my breath back. And
definitely reach that hole with your right foot on that hole.
as in reach the top one. Yeah, yeah.
Which at that heel, that left heel is really
Pretty good, yeah. But I get the feeling you're very good at heel hooks as well, so. So real good for you might be a little bit different for me, but we'll see. We'll see how we go. But yeah, I'll have a little rest and then I'll try it in a second. Yeah, I'm sure you will, mate. That is ridiculous. That is so good. Wow.
It's my job.
That is so good.
I've done it before.
Okay, so I'm sure you can all appreciate how ridiculous that was from Louis. He's as strong as he is for a reason. But yeah, it's really good to watch as well and climb with people that are stronger than you. This is actually so perfect for me. I'm really lucky and fortunate to be in the position where I'm actually doing the same route as Louis. I can watch him climb, speak to him about the route and get a lot of tips. So yeah, really helpful. So if you're climbing in a gym and you see other people that are stronger than you, just speak to them. And they'll help you out in a massive way. So go for that. And yeah, just from watching the footage of him doing it back a few times as well, there's a few subtle things that I noticed. Whether I'll be able to implement those, I'm not sure. But yeah, particularly at the start of the route, he was very good at conserving his energy and using his momentum to get to the next holds. So where I was kind of fighting on these two for a while, got my left foot up onto this hold, he just cut loose and let the swing of him cutting take him to the feet on that volume and then catch the hand. And he made it look effortless. So that's the level that I need to get to. Similarly again, the next move, all very effortless, where I'm really fighting on this pinch. He's not on there for very long. But the main thing at the end, which is where I keep falling off, is his left foot. You notice it kind of swings and he pogos to the last hold, and that really helps him generate a lot more momentum going up to the final hold. So I'm going to try that move in isolation because I have done the rest, and just see how that move in and of itself goes. I don't think I generated enough swing towards the wall, so I need to swing in a bit further because yeah, my momentum is always falling away, so I need to get more into the wall first. Oh, that's never happening. It's just, well, the worst part of this for me is just trusting the volume of my foot. I just, yeah, because if you slip, you kind of scrape your leg and your face on everything else. So I'll try your heel hook method. Oh my God. How do you hold that? I just don't think I do. Horrible. Absolutely horrible.
Your heel, you were literally like too straight. I think you need to tighten it a bit and become.
Turn it this way.
Yeah.
I think that's where the problem is. Well, maybe it's not. Maybe I can do that. That's just going to be quite painful for me.
You don't
Yeah.
need that much flexibility. You just need a lot of heel tension.
Okay.
And I think you got that.
I do think for me, my favourite would be going up to the right. I think that's more my style. I might try that again.
You intended.
Probably, yeah. It's funny how that works sometimes.
Oh, you both have to tighten it.
No. Oh. Just don't think I'm catching that at the optimal spot. Hands maybe a little bit low. I want to get a little bit higher probably. But yeah, need to push really hard through the foot to stay on. Oh my god. Oh, it's good to do that move. I nearly slipped off the foot and on the heel as well, and the right hand. But it's good to know that I can do that now. I've done the whole route in 2 parts. So you can tell from my breathing, I'm very tired. I had to fight a lot to do that, but I think on that last attempt, I just got my right hand a bit higher up. That's what allowed me to stick on a bit more, and I also brushed the hole first. So what I'll do is I'll give all the holes a brush again, and then hopefully send it all. That's the plan. Okay, so I've just brushed all the holes, which will make a big difference in and of itself. But what I've also done is watched a video of Louis climbing this route a few times through. Reason being, he conserves so much more energy than me in the first section. So what I'm going to do is try and replicate that. It's going to be my first attempt at doing that. But yeah, try and use my momentum, my swing, to do the move for me rather than kind of fighting on the holds, holding on there for longer. So yeah, I'm going to try and replicate what Louis did in some kind of way, other than the last move. Like obviously a minute ago I got it done by using the second last hold, which Louis doesn't need because he's so strong. Yeah, I'm going to try and do that move as I did a second ago, pushing hard with the right foot and coming up to the second last, then getting the heel up and matching the top from there. So that's the plan, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Oh, bloody hell. Made that look so easy. I think my weight came out a bit too soon. I need to keep my weight in a bit more and push harder with the right foot first. But yeah, when I then do catch that in the right place, I can let my momentum take me straight to this hold rather than kind of fighting and putting my foot on there. So we'll try that again. Okay, so just watching it back again, there's a couple minor details that I missed. So firstly, his foot was a bit lower. I've been placing my foot up here, Louis' foot was down here. It's his right foot that's on the wall. But what he does as well is once he's here, he pushes off of this volume and gets a bit of momentum back first, which I wasn't doing. I was just kind of reaching. That swing is what kind of sets him into the wall a bit, and then he can then catch with the left and swing down to the right. So hopefully I can put that into action now. Somewhat better. A few more tries, I think we'll get there. Oh, not like that. Getting that body position right is just so difficult. Really, just make it look effortless. I don't know how he does that. So tired by the time I got there. Oh, I'm gonna have to rest up for a little while, I think, or a long while, really. I've been climbing for, well, about 3 hours now, so pretty exhausted. But yeah, I'm gonna rest for a little bit, get some energy back, and then try and do it efficiently in one go and see how we get on. Okay, so I've rested up for probably not as long as I should have done. Just a few minutes, maybe 3 minutes, something like that. But yeah, I don't want to rest for too long because then I'll get a bit cold. Kind of want to make sure I stay warm, so it's a bit of a balance. I don't really have long enough to rest for an hour today. I've got to go to training later, so I really want to get this one sent, and ideally do some other climbs as well whilst I'm here, just for the camera for you guys. So yeah, show some of the other routes of Vauxhall East. So yeah, hopefully get this one sent in this go. I've brushed all the holds, so give myself the best chance, and yeah, we'll see how we go. Oh, I'm so tired. It is. I got it a minute ago in isolation, doing it that way. But I'm so pumped by the end of it. That's the trouble. Yeah, from the start at the time. Yeah. So, thank you, mate. Appreciate it.
Good luck on the rest of it.
Cheers. Take care. Okay, I've rested for a while now, maybe 5-10 minutes, something like that. I think the main thing for me, I've got the start a lot more efficient. I'm using a lot less energy to begin with, up to here. But where I'm really kind of struggling and fighting at the minute is transitioning from this hold to this hold. And I think it's because I leave my hips and my weight on this side, and then I'm fighting and pinching really hard with the right hand. But I need to kind of dynamically shift my hips across and weight over my feet early, kind of as I go for the move into here. Should conserve a lot of energy, because obviously with this hold I need to lean into it to catch it well. So I need to do the same thing, shift my hips across first into that catch position. Should allow me to save more energy from there. And then going up to the second last, I'll have more energy to do that. So that's the plan. See if we can put it all together. So close. Just couldn't keep the tension through my right hand and my right foot. Weight might have been a bit too far to the right hand side. Need to kind of lean more into that right hand. But it's marginal. That was really close that time. If I could have just stuck to that, I'd have definitely done the rest. Just didn't quite get it. So it's a lot of good progress. I really want to get this one done because quite a few videos recently I've been projecting something and I've not completed it. And for me, sort of momentum and the mental side of things, when you don't finish the route, kind of sets you back a bit. So, like I say, if I had the time, I would rest for an hour and come back to this, but I don't have that time. So, I really want to get this done today and get it done now. So, yeah, I'm going to rest for another 5 minutes and just go again. Try and do this section more efficiently once again, and then really try hard on that move to stick it. Okay, so I've rested for a little while now. I do still feel very tired, and because I've rested for a bit longer, I feel a bit less up for this climb right now. So sometimes psychologically I try to trick my brain and just get a bit angry. So grip my teeth, think angry thoughts, and yeah, it tends to give me that extra little boost. So trying to mentally get into a place where I'm a bit more angry, that should help me power through some of these tougher moves and give me the energy to get to the top. And we'll see if we can send it this time. I don't think I've got the strength for this one. Even just on the crimp at the end, my hand was just slipping into an open drag. I couldn't hold the position. I'm so fatigued, it's so annoying. It's actually making me angry now when I'm thinking about it, but I don't think that's going to get me through today, which is a shame. But I don't have enough time to rest properly and do this again today. So I'm definitely going to come back here. I don't know when this route gets taken down, but I'll probably come back, not tomorrow. I'll probably need a lighter session tomorrow. But I'll come back 2 days time and yeah, really try hard to send this one, but I'm going to leave it for today. I just don't have the energy to do that now. I might move on to some different climbs just to show you something different, but yeah, I'll be back for this one. Okay, because I'm tired, I'm going to move on to this V6 slab now. So it's another black route. It starts with 2 hands on this big slopey thing, which has got a bit of a, well, I say a bit of an in-cut. It's very slopey, that as well. And there's a big foothold down here. Where I'm reading it, I'm going to have to use the erect quite a lot. So using this section of the wall with my hand to keep balanced. And then there's no real feet, it's just this volume. Up to a big slopey looking pinch. And then there is a small crimp on the other side. And then there's this tiny dual texture foothold, which is kind of facing the opposite direction to what you'd want before you then go up to the last hold there. So should be quite a testing route, but yeah, looking forward to getting stuck in. That is so much harder than it looks. Or is it this? That is so hard. Oh. I don't know if I'm doing this wrong technically, which I probably am. I've not figured out the best way to do this, but I think it's going to involve quite a high step anyway to get my foot on that, which I'm struggling enough as it is to do. So this is going to be tricky. So hard. I really just don't understand what this move is supposed to be. Whether I'm meant to use the arete, maybe swing dynamically with my foot up to the volume and then press down with the left. That's going to be pretty technical. So yeah, just cannot figure this route out at all. Okay, I'm going to try this V4 climb now. A bit easier, get the confidence back up again, hopefully, if I send it. Here's the plan. Yeah, looks relatively straightforward. The feet are quite good, so I think this one should be fine. Oh, made more of a meal out of that than I probably should have done, but I think that's largely the fatigue setting in. But glad to flash it because, like I say, I am exhausted now, so it's good to get a send under my belt. Okay, this is going to be my last climb because I'm so tired, and probably stupidly I'm going to try this V6 in a cave, which is a very long route, but I think if I keep my feet well, then I should be alright for this one. But it's going to be very pumpy, but it will certainly finish me off the session, so that's the plan. Starts all the way down here, deep in the cave. There's a foothold at the back, quite big, quite strong, and then this slopey hold to hold on to. There's a foothold on this, and then the other hand starts up here on this hold, and then there's a hold here on the volume, nice and crimpy. Same on this side, and then this is a nice in-cut looking jug, very nice, which I'll need to toe hook on later as well, and use the hands. And then hold here, another slopey hold up here to match, and then it is just quite a few crimps that are somewhat slopey but relatively well in cut as well, up to the last hold just there. So yeah, it's going to be a challenging route, but I'm looking forward to trying this and finishing myself off in terms of energy. Okay, so I'm just going to go through reading the route now, just to give myself a bit of an extra rest as well. Yeah, it starts on these two, decent feet on there, and I think I'm going to have to hook a toe on this left hold as well, to then come back up to this, foot on the hold here, maybe come into this crimp as well, and then throw the left hand out, can then walk the feet across to the wall, come out with the left hand here, get a toe hook on this to then come out to this. I'll then have to probably match toes hooking on this, or maybe one foot onto here as well, and then pull up to this one, higher left foot, pull into the left hand here, then maybe try and get a heel on this, come into the right, change body around and flag on the wall up to the left and then up to the last. So yeah, really long route, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Really bad start already. Oh, I'm too tired. Oh, I'm too tired for that. I already messed that up when I cut feet right at the beginning. Literally the first move, slipped the heel, just drained my energy just holding on from there. And then it was always an uphill struggle from that. I really don't think I can do this today, which is a shame, because I wanted to film more for the video, but I just don't have the energy right now. We have to come back another time, show some of the routes here. So yeah, probably gonna end the video there. Okay, I know I said that was my last climb. I'm actually not gonna end the video there. I refuse. I'm going to send something cool. I did this earlier today, so I'm pretty confident I can do it again. Flashed it this morning. It's this V5. Dynamic, not too many moves. Shouldn't be too taxing because the wall is pretty vertical, really. You know that? But yeah, foothold down here. Starts with 2 hands on those two. And there's these big holds up here. The key is not trying to stick on this hold, but keep your momentum and swing through to the next one. And then there's a volume here to stop your momentum there. Drop on there, little crimpy hold, up to the last slopey hold. So yeah, might as well end on a high really, shouldn't I? Rather than me falling off every time. Oh my god, so tired. Oh, okay, actually going to end the video there now. Hope you enjoyed the video. It was really good today, really enjoyed making it, and also the coaching beforehand. That was a really good lesson. Learned a lot of tips in that, so make sure, like I say, you go follow Louis, subscribe to his channel, Catalyst Climbing as well. I'm sure you're probably already subscribed if you're following my account, but in the off chance that you don't know who Louis is yet, go and subscribe to his accounts. But yeah, be sure to like, comment, subscribe with this video as well. Really appreciate it, helps me out a lot. But as always, most importantly, make sure you grab life by the plums, and I'll see you in the next one. I've just got back from the gym. I'm tired. I've not really got long before I need to go to training, so just having a little bit of food, a little bit of leftover Thai green curry. Absolute beauty. And yeah, just making the most of the leftover sun. Yeah, exhausted now, but really glad I did what I did today. So it all came about essentially just from, I saw Louis' post on Instagram and I just chucked my name in the hat. I replied to it. I basically put a post up saying they're looking for training volunteers to be students for a coach that they're training for Catalyst Climbing for their final assessment phase. And I just chucked my name in the hat. And that's kind of what my brand's about. Just put yourself out there. You never know what's going to come from it. And yeah, well worth it. I ended up being one of the lucky ones that got chosen. So thank you very much for choosing me, Louis. That was, yeah, awesome day. Learned a hell of a lot. Really good to just put into perspective kind of the levels of the climbers. So myself to Louis, massive gap. So yeah, really awesome that I got to do the same climb as him today. Didn't quite finish it, didn't complete it, but I've done it in 2 parts. I will definitely be back to try that one again. But yeah, hell of an experience. Great guy. What you see is what you get with Louis in the videos. Exactly the same in real life. It was, yeah, really cool to climb alongside him today. And yeah, I just want to basically put that message out there. Grab life by the plums. That's what my brand is, but that's kind of exactly what I mean. When opportunities arise, make sure you take them with both hands. Just go for it. Yeah, what's the worst that can happen? So really good experience today, thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm exhausted, but yeah, I learned so much that I can now apply further forward, and yeah, hopefully maybe even collaborate with Louis one day. We'll see how that goes, but thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the video as well. I'll definitely be back at Vauxhall East soon to try and send some of the harder climbs. There's some cool sets in the cave, and there was some other new routes going up today as well, so I'll go back there later this week. But I think the next couple of days I'm going to take it easier. I'm very tired, so just going to do some easier slab climbs. There's a new set at Euston Wall, so I'll be checking that out probably tomorrow and the day after, just to recover a little bit, go a bit easier on those. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to grab life by the plums, and I will see you in the next one.